laughing aloud now, magic in the air. Wands roll around us, cast away our care. Friends in the hallways, adventures we find. Spells and enchantments, trouble on our mind. That's so wizards, oh, 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 oh. Life is a spell we know. We're casting joy and glow, oh, oh. That's a wizard show.
I have no words. Wizards of the Coast okayed this monstrosity. If you haven't seen these yet, here we go. What it was supposed to look like, what it actually looked like, what it was supposed to look like, what it actually looked like, what it was supposed to look like, what it actually looked like. Should I go on? Yeah, let's go on. What it was supposed to look like, what it actually looked like, what it was supposed to look like, what it actually looked like. Remember this guy? Baldur's Gate? This guy? Yeah. Ah! It's let's just deal with whatever this is. I think this is supposed to be a tiefling. I'm not sure. Maybe you could just somehow this made it all the way to the department store shelves without anybody in quality control going, did we get a 7-year-old to? No, I can't even say that. I've seen 7-year-olds paint figures better than this. So I don't know who to blame this on. I mean, like, did you get a monkey? But no, I've seen monkeys paint better than this. Something with opposable thumbs painted this. Maybe it was an octopus. I don't know. And then it was mass produced, and then it went on the shelves, and then Wizards of the Coast and WizKids are like, wait a minute, you're upset about this? Can we just look at it again? This is the one that got the original attention. I mean, even without them publishing it, this figure is just, what is that in her hands? Is it supposed to be a spear? I don't know. I guess it's a spear. Maybe trying to get a little anime love in that spear. And then it went from this to this. This is what was on the shelves. This is the one that started the whole controversy. This is what Wizards of the Coast and WizKids thought represented best this character from Baldur's Gate. Now, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, so I don't know what the character looks like. But I'm going to assume, considering how awesome the graphics for Baldur's Gate were and how many people were just, oh my God, so many awards. It looks so amazing, blah, 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 blah. Let's not talk about the scene with the bear, but still. And then somehow we got this. Was that supposed to be Vecna? I don't know. Is some just unsaid? What is the thing on his head? It literally is the most important figure. This iconic thing this dude has got on his head, that makes him stand out. You couldn't even bother to get the, just try. And this one, this just brown, and then the white. And then the white, the brown and the white, and just no detail on the head, just spruce. I mean, I have seen little kids paint figures that look better than this. Actually, this one isn't so bad. That and these cost $70. So if you were one of the people who purchased these because you're a fan of Baldur's Gate and the characters from Baldur's Gate 3, and you wanted to be like, yeah, these figures, man, I'm going to get these. Oh my God, the icons of the realms, blah, blah, blah. And then you got them home and you opened them and found this. No, I don't know. There might be one person out there who was like, I don't mind. These are okay. But I think pretty much 99% of the buying public are like, what am I looking at? Wizards. So you can get a refund. You can get a refund the usual way. If you purchase it from a local retailer, please return it to the point of purchase for a full refund. If you purchased it from their website, somewhere in here it says they won't even ask questions. They might have taken that one down. Our team is currently investigating these issues and taking actions to make this right for those whose purchases were negatively affected and ensure the issues do not recur. Investigate. Somebody in quality control went, yeah, that's okay. Put it on the shelves, Bill. No. If you have, or you can go to WizKid product replacement and they will work with you to provide product replacement and ensure that it meets your standards. So if you bought it at a store, take it back to the store and you will get a refund. No questions asked. Especially, I mean, we know some shoplifters are like, really? And if you bought it online from their WizKids store, you could contact them directly through this link, WizKids product replacement, and discuss the refund. And, I guess the location of the dump where we're dropping these all while they're, or melting them, or what are we doing with these figures, setting them on fires. But yeah, this is what Wizards of the Coast said. Hey, this is fine. And WizKids said, hey, this is fine. And I know WizKids makes better, but I guess I mean, there's no explanation for this. There's nothing to say, oh, well, I can forgive them because the figures are still kind of decent, one bad figure, but $70 and I get this. No, I just that's just amateurish and unprofessional and shows an utter lack of respect for the product, for the customers, and for yourselves. I mean, it's like you didn't even try. I expect this level of incompetence from Wizards of the Coast general, but WizKids, you could do better than this. And you made the conscious choice to put this on the shelves and charge people $70 for it. It's just, don't know. But okay, if you got them and you don't like them, you can get a refund. No questions asked. If you're the one person on the planet who is like, these are fine, please let me know why you think they're okay. I'm going to repaint them anyways. Well, okay, if you're going to repaint them anyways, I guess. But otherwise than that, just, I should be surprised, maybe. I should be upset. I should be, concerned about the Wizards of the Coast WizKids level of paying attention to stuff. But at this point in time, are we even surprised? Is there any reason at this point to get upset with anything Wizards does or anything Wizards touches being, crap? I mean, it's just sort of now the expected standard operating procedure. The surprise would be the stuff that doesn't suck, and the normal stuff to expect from them since, the beginning of this year is, yeah, this is going to suck, right? Anything they touch is just going to be awful, right? Because We're
laughing aloud now, magic in the air. Wands roll around us, cast away our care. Friends in the hallways, adventures we find. Spells and enchantments, trouble on our mind. That's so Wizards, oh, 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 oh. Life is a spell we know. We're casting joy and glow, oh, oh. That's a Wizard show. Mischief in the classroom, potions gone astray. Flying through the quad, now brighter every day. Laugh so we cry hard, sneaking out at night. Cloaks in the moonlight, everything feels right. That's so Wizards, oh,